Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Sucking on my dick.
All right.
Penis is
We're
food.
back.
Here.
Man, I was just looking at 55,000 new COVID cases today.
Am I one of them?
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll
I might.
see.
I'm shocked I don't have it yet, honestly, because I've just like at this point I was like, fuck it. I've just been getting on the bus because Ubers are a lot.
Yeah.
But I've been doing that for like over a month. And Brendan,
I mean, who knows what diseases you were getting on the bus before all this?
touching my, I think that I might have made myself strong enough to just like, there's just like a moat around my immune system that COVID can't pass.
I think that
there's a moat of syphilis that
Yeah.
just like assimilates the COVID.
I've worked at banks so long. I'm pretty sure just touching money, I think I can't get sick.
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
Like, I remember one time at Wells Fargo, this guy handed me, he put his money down on the counter, and he was, like, bleeding a lot, like,
Yeah.
down his arm.
This is the third time you've told this story.
Oh, really?
Yes.
On mic?
Yes.
Ah, well, let's move on.
No, it's I mean, look, it's a notable story.
Yeah.
For
Guy
sure.
bled all over the money, and my boss made me take it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's like if you use the touch screen when you order fucking McDonald's, it's like, bro, you're filthy.
Yeah.
Nobody's washing their hands between that and getting the food.
Plus, sometimes you get the food, and you know what? Probably not everybody has this experience. You get the food, and then afterwards you're like, it appears I want more food.
Oh, yeah.
So then you go with salt and oil all over your hands, and you
Oh.
order again.
I had one of those. It was the first time I had one in a long time. It was at Wendy's. I got a 5 for $5 deal when they were still doing this. Is a while ago, and I finished that. I was like, not enough.
Yeah,
And,
not
like,
enough.
Yeah, like the woman at the. You ever?
We're going 10 for 10.
Did you ever get the one where like the woman at the register turns around and sees you again?
It's like at a weird time. It's like 3, so you're the only one there. It's 3 or like 9:30 at night.
Oh yeah, yeah. Really, yeah. She's trying to close.
She's just mopping. You're like,
you're like,
excuse me,
"Excuse
ma'am.
me."
Excuse me, ma'am. I need treats.
Yeah, I did not get enough treats the
Yeah,
first
I did
time.
not get enough treats. I want more fries, but instead of ketchup, those are going straight in the ice cream.
Please, could you do it for me like a mommy?
Please, my mommy is so far away. Man, me and Bay, we've been like trying to convince ourselves that it's safe and a good idea to go visit Pennsylvania, and we just cannot find an angle where it makes sense.
If you drive, it's safe.
Yeah, but a road trip would suck right now. Everything's closed on the way. Like,
Are hotels closed? I think.
I think hotels are open, but like if I'm gonna drive across America, I want to like stop and like look at shit.
They can't close down big mountains and shit, can they?
I'm pretty sure like the Grand Canyon is closed.
They closed the Grand Canyon.
I mean, it's not like there's a wall around it. Like I could get in.
Right. Grand Canyon, it's outside.
Yeah, like I could get in, but like you know me, I overexert myself. I
Yeah.
go on too long of hikes. Lifeguard is not on duty at the Grand Canyon. If I get lost in there, that's on me.
Yeah, dude.
I just have to eat the donkey that I wrote down. Can't even cook it. I'm just eating donkey tartare.
Dude, I'm waiting for these protesters to get to the Grand Canyon to just fill it in. Just.
It would send a message. I don't know exactly what it's like. Well, it's full of cement now. That really showed me something.
Oh, fucking.
Oh man.
I mean, yeah, I guess it would suck, but you could just do like a very like utilitarian, just like 5 days, just like just like driving.
Well, she was like, well, how long would it take us? And I was like, well, if we don't stop to do anything, it's going to be 3 days.
3 or 4 days.
She's like,
yeah.
there's no way it's going to be 3 days. I'm like, well, it was 3 days when I did it.
Yeah, in a manic state.
Yeah, what I now know was a manic state. When you just caught me on the phone at just the right moment. You're like, hey, move here. And I'm like, well, it appears I'm swinging up towards mania. So yes, allow me to get in my car,
Jesus Christ.
drive 16 hours a day.
did the same thing.
Man, looking back on, because I'm like, I need to get there and start grinding mics. And now I'm like, oh no, that was my only chance to see the country.
That was it, dude.
That was it.
Now you got Bay though.
I have Bake, but like back then I had money.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I had money saved. I'm never gonna have money saved again.
No, nobody is.
They're about to stop printing it.
Yeah.
There's no more. All right, everybody, all the money you have now, that's all there is.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need to make that last.
And it does keep going. Oh yeah. I was getting wigged out today where I'm just like, yeah, there's only so much money, and a few people keep getting a lot of it and
Yeah.
not giving it back. I'm like, I know I'm so stupid, but it was really profoundly hitting me today. I was like, the money doesn't come back when they put it in their bank accounts.
No.
We need that money.
But here's the thing. They do make more money. Because eventually they're like, well, we can't ask them for some of it.
But that's what we should do.
Yeah. So we'll just print more and give them most of it.
It is
so that we have some scraps to spread around.
It's so funny that literally a 4-year-old could figure out socialism. And we just refuse to do it.
We just refuse to do it. Like eventually I'm wondering, like, I mean, eventually there's like Jeff Bezos is going to be monitoring the numbers, and then the Amazon orders just stop, and he
Yeah.
looks out his window and it's all skeletons, and he's like, I did it.
Yeah.
I have all the money.
I won.
I won.
He just patiently waits to go to the next level.
Yeah, and then God comes and shakes his hand. And then he brings him up to the next world where
Hell yes.
where he's in the mailroom and he has to do it again.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. A new file.
New save plus.
Yes.
He goes to heaven with all his money. You know, they say you can't take it with you. They're wrong.
Yeah.
You start in heaven with all the money that you had when you died.
You got to buy upgrades this time, though, so you can start with DLC, basically.
Yeah. So heaven is just like when you play Fortnite and you're like, oh, that guy has a cool skin. I have the fucking default skin. This sucks.
It's like, yeah, that guy fucking conquered the earth.
So like you're in heaven, you don't even have skin because you didn't have enough money to buy skin at the start. You're like, fuck, now I need to go grind for skin.
God damn it.
This sucks.
Oh, fucking Jesus. Yeah, man.
Ugh, it's no good.
It's
I bought
no
a gun.
How long did that last?
That didn't last as long. So I lost my job and I bought a gun. The two weren't related.
Mm-hmm.
They were not. I got the gun. Then I lost my job, and I was like, I gotta return this gun.
Really?
No, that wasn't part of it.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, when we talked, I was like, I thought that you hadn't gotten the job, but you were happy with the gun, and then something changed.
Well, it's just like, you know, I realized, I was manic when I bought the gun.
Right.
Which, you know, I should be able to piece together now that, like, when I'm up at 3 a.m. being like, tomorrow I need to get a gun, and then I wake up at 7 a.m., like, no alarm, I just wake up and I go, well, it is time.
It's gun day.
Yeah, it's gun day.
You're just up thinking about the gun like Christmas. Brendan, I didn't know. You are so good at playing off your mania because I was like, seriously, we sat down, you're like, I bought a gun, I feel really good about it.
And you're like, oh, I believe you.
Yeah, I fucking believe you. You're even like, because you even said like you had a contingency plan because Bay was like, well, what's gonna happen? If, like, you know, what if you don't feel safe with the gun? You're like, I'm gonna give it to Nick, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna get a term with the gun. This is all.
Yeah, it's gonna be like you get 2 weekends a month. It's gonna be like you're a shitty dad.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, the minute you handed me that gun, I would have been running up and down my street like the end of It's a Wonderful Life, just like, Mrs. Morales, Mr. Garcia, the gun came. Everybody, look.
We don't have to hurt anymore.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's here, it's here.
It's a Christmas story. I beg for the gun like all month, and then Christmas morning, why don't you check if there's one more present over there? And I open it and I'm like, and I just kill myself.
Wow, live rounds.
Hollow points. So I wake up at like 7, Gun store opens at 9.
Right.
So I wake up at 7. I go and I get
You need 2 hours.
yeah. I go and I get McDonald's breakfast. I get McDonald's breakfast, and then I go and I park my car so that I can see the gun store, and I just wait like a detective.
Oh my god, Brendan.
I'm basically like
You're casing the gun store.
yeah, I'm casing. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the character name, Jonathan Banks in Better Call Saul.
What is it? Is he the cop or the other
He's
guy?
the old man.
Gus? Not Gus.
No, the other one. I'm like him.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there watching. And then eventually, like, I think I may have fallen asleep a little bit because I
Right.
basically hadn't slept.
Yeah.
And then I look up and there's like a crowd forming, and I'm like, oh no!
Fuck.
So I get out and I go and I sit in the line. I get in line, and on either side of me, there's there are 2 like 18-year-old guys, or maybe like 20, 21, something like that. And one of them is joining the LAPD and the other one is joining the Marines.
Hell yeah.
And over me, they had the worst conversation I've ever heard.
Oh my god, dude.
It fucking sucked.
Was it just about being thrilled to kill people?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
They want to kill people so bad.
Dude, that was when I worked at Jimmy John's. One of the guys who was a sandwich delivery driver with me was going into the army to be a sniper because, in his words, COD isn't real enough. Yeah, dude, that sounds like a fucking joke or some shit that like a liberal person would make up on Twitter. He said that to me multiple times. He said that he was just. These are his words. He said, "Oh, honestly, dude, I'm just pumped to dome ragheads."
Oh my God.
And it's like, he wasn't even that good at delivering sandwiches.
Like, the way the timing worked, because this guy's like, he's like, yeah, I took the physical test, so I'm going to go in and take the rest of the tests. It's like, did you fucking see the protests and, like, a light bulb went off?
Yeah.
Like, what
Dude,
the fuck?
literally. I think
Oh my God.
people are fucking, like, people see an excuse to fucking get it out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Not a lot of masks in the line outside of the gun store.
What, you got a gun. What are you worried about a mask for?
Yeah, you shoot the germs.
You just fucking shoot the germs right out of the
So
air.
I'm
dude.
there like, like shorter than everyone, mask, wearing like my Grateful Dead hat. One of my T-shirts where my gut like hangs out the bottom of it, and like flip flops. I'm like, yes, we buying guns, fellas? We gonna buy guns today? And let me tell you, they are mad, like, to sell guns. Like, everyone who works at a gun store is a complete fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
They're all fucking losers.
Do you think that they wish the guns could all be theirs?
I don't know what it is. I think they just, like, I have no fucking idea. But anyway, like, so eventually, like, the place opens. Immediately the line falls apart. Everybody just walks to the front.
Just Black Friday. Oh,
Yeah.
Just go right to the front.
Yeah, it's like a Black Friday. I'm like, fellas, there was a line.
There was
How are we gonna all have guns if we can't even respect the social contract of a line?
It breaks down immediately, doesn't it?
Immediately.
What happened to law and order?
Yeah. Isn't that why we're doing this? Oh no, it's so that your race can have all the cans.
Yeah, dude.
When we
Cans and bottle caps.
Yeah. So they come out and they have everybody. It's like a mic. Everyone signs their name, and you're like, "I was here before that guy." It's like, well, should have signed your name. They just throw it on the bar.
You're folding your name.
And the guy who comes out to give us the list is in full body armor.
Hell yes. Gotta be.
Full body armor. He had one of those like plastic holsters with the Punisher logo on it, of course.
Jesus Christ.
No mask.
No
and it's
mask.
like, dude, come on, you've already got the rest of the Bane outfit. Just wear a mask. Come
Yeah,
on. Have fun with it.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you can make it like a skeleton mask. You can make it the Joker. Like, come on, you guys should. This is the closest you get to tactical cosplay.
Right.
Like they have masks in the loading screen of Warzone.
Yeah, dude. These should be the guys who are in like full gas masks.
Yeah.
Just like they've been waiting for this.
they have me, and they are like pissed to answer a single question.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, who's taking the test? Who's buying? And I'm like, do I have to take a test to buy? And he's like, all right, back of the line. Let me help.
Oh, it's like a deli in Philly. It's like, you don't know your order. You got to go back.
The fucking gun Nazi. In more ways than one, I'm sure. Oh, you don't know what you want to order? Back of the line. Next guy's like, I'll have the white power special. Sir, welcome.
Holy fuck, dude.
So he sends me over, and they're like, they took my name. They're like, all right, so you're gonna have to take the test. We don't know when the test is gonna be, so just go wait in your car. And I'm like, do you know like approximately how long? Like, can I go home? Like, and they're like, look, we don't know. You got to go wait in your car. So I go to my car, and it's just like really hot. And I come back.
How are they, if you're in your car, how the fuck are they?
They were gonna call me.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so I'm in my car.
You're like,
And then
you're like, can I wait somewhere else? No, you have to go to your car.
Yeah. I have to go to the bathroom really badly because I had McDonald's breakfast. I got a big iced coffee. So I come back and I'm like, do you have a bathroom I can use? And they're like, no, but you can go ask that restaurant. And I'm like, but that restaurant's closed. They're only doing drive-up orders. They're like, I don't know what to tell you, man. So now I'm like, well, if I go home, maybe I'll lose my place in line. So I walk up and down Magnolia trying to find a place that will let me shit.
I've done this walk.
Nowhere will.
Yeah.
I ask, like, I'm like, can I buy something? They're like, no. please leave. Nowhere will let me shit. Some places are even mad that I ask. Like, I tried, like...
Brendan, what is it about you as a patron that is so off-putting to businesses?
Yeah, they're just like, I do not want this little man's money. I would rather him leave with more money than he came with than for me to even hold one of his dollars. Yeah, why do people not respect me so much?
I don't know. It's really funny.
Again, it's the trial.
It absolutely
It's all the trial. So eventually I get back in my car and I still have to shit, but I'm like, I think if I piss, I'll have to shit a little bit less. I'll feel a little bit better.
Right.
So I find I have like a big ginger ale bottle
Oh, here we go.
in the car. So I'm sitting in the driver's seat on Magnolia and I get my dick out. And I have like my backpack weirdly like on the steering wheel,
Yeah.
like blocking my dick. And I'm just sitting there like watching cars go by, watching people walk by, just like pissing. And it occurred to me, I'm like, if I start missing the bottle, there's nothing I can do
At all.
at all. I just have to finish pissing because otherwise, what do? I can't stop pissing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't like throw the backpack off and re-aim. Someone's gonna like be walking by my car and they just see me like lift a backpack to show them my pissing penis.
There's nothing worse than did you get your dick in, like, did you have it, like, did you, like, shove the head because it's a tight fit?
Yeah, I made a seal. I didn't like put it in the. I mean, it was a standard soda bottle, and
Right.
you know,
It's a
I'm
tight
not saying
fit.
I'm not saying I got like a ton to work with girth wise, but it's thicker than a soda bottle, so I had it pressed on the
Right,
top.
exactly. There's nothing worse what you're talking about, and I know this. Again, the morning that you had, Brendan, that was like months of my life.
Yeah, but you were homeless.
I was homeless.
I don't have much excuse.
Right, exactly. But there's nothing worse when you're filling that bottle up and you're like, I'm not gonna stop anytime soon.
This is not the last piss that's going in this bottle.
No, I just mean like that piss particularly. It's like, oh, this is gonna come all the way up to the top.
I don't know if I can swap bottles before.
I know that my own piss is gonna. I know that like my head is gonna be sitting in my own piss by the time that I'm done. Like the head of my dick is just gonna be resting in piss.
It's like when you fill gas to the top and the nozzle goes like cha-chunk.
Your dick forcibly shuts off.
Your dick like kicks back like a table saw. So I'm pissing in there. And, it's a pretty hefty bottle. So I figure I'm safe. It's fine. I cap it. Immediately, I put it in the bag. I put it in the McDonald's bag, and I leave it up on. I tried to put. I'm like, I need to put this in the most visible place in my car so that I do not leave it in here,
Right.
because otherwise I'll forget.
Really?
So, so I put it on my driver's side, and then on the passenger side, and then I put my headphones around it.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, I'll remember to bring those in. So then it just looks like my piss is listening to music. So eventually they call me, and it's me, and this test. First of all, the guy who gave me the test looked exactly like Joe DeRosa.
Nice.
But just even more angry. So they have us go behind the store at a card table, me and these two old men, and the guy comes out and he's like, yeah, the reason, which he didn't need to tell us this. He's like, yeah, the reason we made you wait so long is, the test isn't really worth it for us. So we were hoping some more people would come and want to take the test. It's like,
Nice.
motherfucker, I was pissing in my car. You couldn't.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, give me. It's one piece of paper. So they have you take the test, and all the questions are just it's where should you point a gun? In your mouth, at your father, at a cop, or down lane.
I raised my hand. I'm like, well, what did my father do?
So I take the he's like, all right, take the test, just don't look at your phones or whatever. And the guys next to me are like, what about to translate? They're old Armenian guys, and he's like, what do you mean? He's like, they were using Google Translate to translate the test into Armenian.
Oh my god, dude.
And, so I finish mine immediately, and I hand it to him, and he just stamps A on it. He doesn't fucking look at it at all.
Yeah. He puts it directly in a paper shredder.
So then he's like, all right. So then I go up to the front, and I figured, I'm like, all right, well, I took the test. Now he'll take me in to buy the gun. No, I have to go back to the front. It's another 2 hours in my car.
Oh my fucking god,
it took
dude.
all day to buy a gun.
Jesus Christ.
People are like, it's too easy to buy a gun in America. Maybe most people. For me,
It's like, yeah, did you have to piss?
in order for me to buy this gun, I had to behave in such a way that should immediately disqualify me from owning a gun.
Yes.
I had to just pace up and down Magnolia.
You get turned away from every business. You're like, ooh, just wait till I get my gun.
Yeah, you're gonna let me. We'll see who shits in your bathroom, World Empanadas. So eventually, eventually, I just I stand there looking in the window long enough, because as far as I can tell, he's there's at this point there's no line except me.
Right.
And he's like, all right, well, I'll come get you when you can buy something. And at Target, it's some people leave, the next people get sent in.
What kind of store is this? How do they make any fucking money? This is ridiculous.
It's insane. Yeah, I mean, I guess a business run by the kind of guys who love guns and weren't able to be cops.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
It's not going to be great.
It's so funny that they're like the shitty record store owners of guns.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just like, I don't even. Yeah, this I don't think you.
It's like,
really
oh,
know what that is.
Yeah. Oh, Glock. Oh yeah, I remember when I liked Glocks.
Yeah,
before I got into CZ. But whatever. If that's what you want.
Yeah, take it for sure. Yeah, It's cute. Is that for your girlfriend?
Just a quick sidebar. In like Ephrata, Pennsylvania, there's this record store called Record Connection, and behind the guy who works there is just this coked out hair metal guy
Hell yeah.
who just I've never seen him not stoked on like what someone's buying. Like, he buying these like, whoa, that fucking rules, dude. And I'm like, this is the best record store.
Dude, it's like the record store. There's a shitball record store in Eagle Rock, Mono Records, and the guy there has all these really rare records. And I was buying records. I would go there. He had a Final Conflict record. I was like, oh, how much for that? He goes, you know what that is? Make me a good offer. I'm like, do you know how fucking buyer, seller? Just tell me what you want for it. Don't make me get your fucking quiz right on how much the record is worth.
That's weird because like they were the only place that gave me a good deal selling records.
Well, they do. Yeah, they're a good deal. But when you buy from them, the dude's a real elitist. It depends on who's there. But yeah,
It's like, what? You're gonna charge me different if I'm cool?
yeah. Literally, that is how record stores work.
Yeah, I feel like record store is one of those businesses that like this is not turning a profit.
No.
Like you're doing this because you enjoy something about it.
Or, I mean, I feel like a lot of record stores are like somebody's daddy helped them out,
Yeah.
and now they get to have their big rumpus room, their big public rumpus room.
So eventually they let me in. And I go up, I'm like, do you have any Glock 17s? They're like, nah. And I'm like, well, what do you have as far as 9mm?
How are they out of Glocks?
Yeah,
Dude?
are you out of Glocks?
That's like McDonald's being out of fries.
I know. I'm like, well, what do you have 9mm? And they're like, nah, we don't got 9mm.
What?
It's like, you don't. That's what you're supposed to have. It's like, you think I'm going to come in like, hey, can I have a Glock 17? No. Okay, well, I guess I'll have a Ruger Red Hawk 44. Well, in that case, if you don't have that, I guess I'll buy a cannon.
Yeah, I'll do. You know what? I'll just get 8 landmines.
Oh, well, in that case, can I have a broadsword? I'll just cut my head off in the parking lot. So I'm like, well, what do you have 9mm? And he's like, let me show you. So he takes me to the side, puts a Springfield XD in my hand,
Hell yeah.
and it feels good. Shot it before. I'm like, I think I've shot this before. And he's like, yeah, whatever.
Jesus
It
Christ.
still just guns to me the entire time.
I'm sorry. The Springfield XD is making me laugh. Because
Yeah, I mean, at first I was like, the first time I ever shot that gun, I was like, this gun feels really nice, but I will never buy it because it's named after the anime girl like smiley face.
It's like, oh, let me get a Derringer Uwu.
Yeah, can I get the Colt Dezu Kawaii? So he hands it to me, and I'm like, all right, I'll take this. And he's like, all right, the order's been placed. They should come in. But I'm like, but I have it. Is this the floor model? Like, what the fuck?
Right, what the fuck?
Just sell me this gun. He's like, yeah, it'll come in, then we'll call you. And I'm like, so does the 10-day waiting period start now? He's like, no, it starts when it comes in. And I'm like, but so I have to come in again? He's like, yeah, you'll have to come and like wait in line.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's gonna be another like 12 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, so do I pay when it comes in? He's like, no, you pay now. I'm like, what?
Fuck
What?
off, dude.
Yeah, what other transaction? But you know me, I'm in a manic episode. I'm
Right.
spiraling about the news. I think I'm gonna need this gun to like fight the government tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not wrong to be spiraling about the news. Another thing I did is I deleted I'm off social media. I also deleted Reddit off my phone, so I'm
Nice.
not like reading the news and politics. And,
Reddit
like,
also deleted itself over the fucking weekend.
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking subreddits went.
is our coward hour still up
Good question.
with the one post only from Daniel?
Good question. I don't even think I've seen that post, dude.
That'd be funny if that was deleted also.
Wait, I have a question about the so the gun comes in, there's a 10-day waiting period. Are you allowed to go visit your gun? Can you go see it behind glass?
It's like I'm sure you haven't seen this, but have you seen the Netflix Benji movie?
No. Why have you? Bay.
Bay. Yeah, of course. In the Netflix Benji movie, it's like these kids, their dad died, and his mom pawned their dad's watch.
Jesus Christ.
And the pawn shop owner lets them come and look at the watch, but he's like, "Look, if someone buys the watch, I have to let them." They're gonna like sell my gun. So, a couple days go by. I realized I'm like, I don't think I even gave them my phone number. Like, how are they gonna?
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I emailed them. I'm like, hey guys, I bought a gun today. Here's my contact info. Nothing. Then so I decide like when I get home, then all of a sudden like the adrenaline leaves, and I'm like, oh, I've done something bold.
I just went and bought a gun.
I just went and bought a gun. And so I'm like, all right, let me run this by some people.
I was all for it.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to get to share the gun. I
would love to go shooting sometime, but I can't. I don't.
You can't have a gun?
No.
Brendan, you look.
Also, I at no point could afford a gun.
That's the other thing I was going to ask.
Then I get fired 2 days later. I'm like, well.
Yeah, you had been trying to get fired.
Yeah.
And then you bought a damn gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all right, financially, I'm with you there. That's not the best.
Mm-hmm. Look, I have bipolar disorder,
Yeah.
as I explained to the gun shop when I tried to get my money back.
Oh my god! Now you can never buy a gun again.
Yeah, I go in. They have like my picture from the security camera up, like when you steal from Ralph's.
It'd be so
This is this little bitch is not allowed on premises.
Dude, it would be so awesome if like you're explaining to the gun shop owner. He's like got his back turned, right? And you're like, no, look, I honestly don't want the gun anymore. I can't have it. I have bipolar disorder. And he just turns around and like puts you down. Yeah. He just shoots you like a horse with a broken leg.
So I decide, I'm like, all right, first I'm gonna run this by my therapist. So I had my therapy session that night, and I
Is the therapist ever going to be pro gun?
honestly, my therapist.
Okay, I forgot that your therapist is bad.
No, this therapist is good.
Right.
He's just from a country that, like, when he left, I forget what country he's from.
Right.
One of the South American countries that America like ruined.
Oh yeah.
So like he told me before, he's like, look, as an immigrant from a country that fell apart and the government collapsed and we had to fight them, I see what you're worried about.
From your therapist.
From my therapist.
Ooh,
From
shit.
my therapist being like seeing the comparison between America and a banana republic.
Oh fuck.
I'm like, dude, this isn't what I fucking need
Brendan,
right now.
I would have doubled down on the gun. I can't believe you returned the gun. Straight from the horse's mouth.
Look, when I need a gun, I'll take a gun.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
By the time I need a gun, there's going to be enough people who bought guns mowed down that I can try.
You can pick a gun up off their dead body.
Yeah, it's going to be like when you see like a 14-year-old Afghani kid with like a Colt 1911.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's from Desert Storm.
yeah, you found that.
Yeah, you found that. It's basically like in Star Wars 7 at the beginning where she goes into like the wrecked Star Destroyer to like salvage. So I tell my therapist, I'm like, there's something I want to talk about. I want to preface it by saying that I have no desire to hurt myself or anyone else. And he like kind of looks, he's like, well, I'm listening. And I'm like, I bought a gun. And he makes this face. He's like, oh, I thought you were going to say I got fired. Or you got fired. And I'm like, no, not yet. And he's like, he's like, have you ever shot a gun before? And I was like, yeah, I have been for like a year. And he's like, okay, so was this something you've been planning for a while? And I'm like, kind of. I mean, I knew I wanted it, but I kind of decided to do it today at 3 a.m. last night. He's like, but you've been thinking about it.
He's trying to get you there.
Yeah, he's trying to get it. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, so, that's probably okay. And I'm like, all right. So then, I decided to tell Bay about it, of course. So then I FaceTime Bay. And I'm like, hey, I want to tell you something. And I don't know how you're going to react, but I need to tell you.
I want to bring a gun into our relationship.
And she's like, what? And I'm like, I bought a gun. And she makes the exact same face. She's like, oh. She's like, I don't like this, but I mean, like, I don't want to tell you what to do. Like, if you're sure about it, that it's safe and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I've just been thinking about it, and I've been really mentally stable for a while, and I haven't had any like bipolar episodes in a long time. And
little did you know.
yeah, I think I'm ready.
You were in the midst of one.
Yeah, and then she's like,
like days,
okay.
days since last accident just flipped to 0.
Zero. So then a couple days go by. I get fired. I'm just like, I get fired, so I delete Reddit. I delete everything off my phone. I'm getting up at the same time every day, going to sleep at the same time every day, getting like 8 hours of sleep every night for the first time since like I was a child.
Yeah.
Just feeling so good, getting up, making my meals, meditating, going for walks, reading. I've been reading fiction. Look how far I am into that book.
What is this?
It's a listener sent it to me. It's basically it's The Elementary Particles by Michelle Houellebecq, and it's basically about this like horror hippie mother who like abandons her children for free love, and then how it destroys like everyone who like relies on her. And I'm like, all right, I can see how someone would listen to this podcast.
Somebody using context clues thought that was a good gift.
Yeah, I can see the algorithm at work here.
We've been sent at this point a few conservative books from listeners. It's this and a big vintage copy of Uncle Remus Tales.
But yeah, I've been feeling real zen recently, real healthy, real positive. And I'm laying in bed, and then it just occurs to me that I bought a gun. Like I hadn't thought about it in a couple days. I'm like, oh yeah, I bought a gun. And then I'm FaceTiming Bay that night, and I'm like, I've been thinking about it, and I shouldn't have got the gun. I don't want it anymore.
I ought not to have done that.
I ought not to have done that. And she's basically she's like, well, I mean, I wish that none of this happened, but I guess this is better than you keeping it. Like, I really put her on a roller coaster with this
Oh my
one.
God.
This was one of those moments where I'm just like, why does this woman love me at all?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I must be a real headache to be in love with. So I'm like, I'm going to try to return the gun. But then I started looking through the paperwork, and I remembered that I guess when it had a restocking fee of 25%, which is crazy. I mean, guns are expensive.
Yeah.
And this wasn't like an expensive gun, but like, like
it's a gun.
Yeah, a gun is like $500.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Well, first of all, I couldn't afford the gun, so I definitely can't afford to pay $125 to not own a gun. So I emailed them, and I'm like, hi, I'd like to cancel the order, and I'm also wondering if you would be willing to waive or reduce the restocking fee, because I suffer from bipolar disorder, and I was not in my right mind when I
was in the midst of a suffering when I bought this gun, dude.
I was having one of my spells. You know how sometimes you're up at 3 a.m. and then you single-mindedly lurch forward into your car and buy a gun before you leave your fugue state? So they email me back and they're like, no, but you can come in and get your 75%.
Right.
So I call them, and I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, look, we can't. It's the policy. It was, we special ordered the gun. And I'm like, no, you didn't. It had already been ordered. Like, you guys ordered it, and that's why you sold me that one, because you had the order coming in. And then I hear him like, because I've worked in a call center, so I know like, me place you on a brief hold. And it's like, all right, he didn't buy it. What do I do now?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then the manager's like, tell him this lie. You're like, okay. He comes back and I'm like, he's like, look, it's policy and I can't make an exception. I'm like, all right. I mean, I understand that. Is there anyone who can make an exception, and would you be willing to pass my request along to them? And he's like, well, I mean, the owner might be able to make an exception. I'm like, what is his name, please? Please tell me. So he tells me. And then I send them another email, and I put attention, the manager's name in the subject line. And then I just like...
That's a wild way. Attention such and such.
Yeah. Like a letter.
Okay.
Yeah, so I send that to him, and I'm like... I'm like, thank you very much, and I apologize for the inconvenience. When I purchased your gun, I had not slept the previous night before. I was in the midst of a bipolar manic episode. Then I just went through and I like explained my mental illness.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I am manic, I am prone to delusions, irrational behavior. Like,
Oh, dude.
I basically just I go through like the whole Wikipedia article.
Dude, you gave this guy... You were like a girl on Twitter, but it was just in one email.
Yeah, just in one email.
You gave him a Twitter thread explaining all your fucking...
Yeah. And I was just like, I am not fit to be a gun owner. It is not safe for me to own a gun. It is not safe for me or others.
It's like you're making a public apology.
Yeah.
It's like you had a mishap with a gun.
Yeah, it's like I already got it and I did something wrong.
It's like you got canceled.
So I just fucking, I figure I got one shot at this. So I just send him a doozy of an email. Like the kind of email because I know this kind of email, like having worked in customer service, where like someone's like, hi, I know that the thing you always do is you accept that it's your fault and you say like, you have every right to do this to me. However, I have cancer and I'm gay. And there's a gun to my head right now, and I'm starving to death, and my dad is in jail, and you just pile up.
All of those things are my fault.
Yeah, you're like, will you please help? Like you just throw them so many angles that for them to even like, for them to even dispute all of them, it's too much work, and they're like, just whatever.
Please, yeah.
It's like when I tried to dispute that parking ticket, by claiming that coyotes had prevented me from reparking my car safely.
Oh my god. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. So finally, he sends me like a 1-sentence long email back where he's like, we're keeping $50. Come in today. I'm
Nice.
like, all right, boom, good enough. So, that was a $50 mistake. So I go in.
There's worse mistakes, dude.
Yeah, I go in. There's a lady out front she's like, are you looking to buy a gun today? And I have my receipt, and I'm like, is David here? I was emailing, and then like a guy like looks out the window, sees me. I guess they remembered me because I was like, obviously I looked out of place when I bought the gun.
Mm-hmm. And then you kind of made a fuss throughout
Yeah,
the
then
whole
I kind
ordeal.
of again made a fuss. It was old Armenian men, Chads, and me. That was the only people who bought a gun in that store that day. So so the guy like sees her talking to me, like knocks on the window, and then just like motions like he's good, let him in.
Right.
So I go in and I give him the receipt, and he's like, we're keeping the 50. I'm like, yeah, I read the email. I'm like, I'm really sorry for wasting your time. And he's like, yeah, like doesn't want to look at me in the eye at all.
Oh my god, dude.
The whole time next to me, there's a guy who next to me, there's a guy making a straw purchase. Do you know what that is?
No.
The guy is basically, he's like, he's asking questions about the gun, asking questions about the ammo. He's testing it himself. And then at the very end, he's like, all right, my wife's going to buy the gun now. And the cashier is like, sir, are you legally allowed to own guns? He's like, no, but it's my wife's gun. He's like, sir, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm risking my own freedom selling you this gun.
Hell
Like,
yes.
This is a felony for any of us.
Hell
And
yeah.
you
Hell
have to leave
yes.
now. And they kick him out. And they were more mad at me. It's like, look, I just gave you $50 to not sell me a gun, and I paid $20 to take a fake test.
Right. Holy shit, you paid for the test?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Mm-hmm. What a fucking rat.
But hey, I'm going to college. I needed the practice. Got an A.
Jesus Christ, Brendan.
So I text Bay. I'm like, I got most of my money back. And I can tell she's just like, all right, let's talk about something else. Oh man, I don't know why she loves me so much. Today we were because things are getting serious and wonderful, and we were talking about like we're floating the idea of like when we would move in together, and she was like, would you like move in here? And we concluded I could not afford her place.
No.
Like if we were gonna live together,
no way.
I would have to make her get a shittier apartment. I'm just like, man, I am a catch. Oh, meet my boyfriend. He almost bought a gun. And his only source of income is is an offensive podcast that upsets my friends.
Did you get unemployment?
I'm working on it. I haven't gotten like
It's tough.
I mean, it shouldn't be that tough.
It's tough, right? I'm trying to get it.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, where I got laid off again.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
yeah.
pain. They're only open from 8 to 12. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
don't know.
I filled out everything. They said they're supposed to mail me stuff.
Yeah, it takes like a month.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be fine till then, but
I'm trying to get these people on the phone.
yeah.
I'm just like, give me my money right now.
Man, I should have kept that gun.
Dude, I can't tell you. I honestly, man, I was really getting excited to just like, I wanted to not,
Just spin it around.
I wanted to not tell my roommates that I was going to have a gun and just like walk into the kitchen twirling it.
You just walk. Yeah, you walk through the house. You're wearing just briefs and like a bandolier and a holster.
And I'm just like, just like that was going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story of how Barn Dog bought and returned a gun. It's way harder to return a gun than you'd think.
Yeah, once you get it, they really want you to have
They
it.
really want you to have it. I was almost like sunk cost fallacy. I was like, look, if you're gonna keep $125, I'll just buy the gun.
You almost talked yourself back into it.
Yeah. And I'm like, I could probably like flip the gun, and Bay is like, you want to try to sell the gun? And I'm like, yeah, they're out of guns. They got to be going up in value.
You can't, Brendan. You can't. You want to be a gun runner? you want to flip a gun?
Yeah.
It's registered to you,
No, you get it transferred. It's like when you sell a car and you both have to
Oh,
go
the
to the
VIN
DMV.
dude. You just scratch off the VIN number. You do the same thing with the gun.
Yeah, VIN numbers, that can't be real. Like, what does that mean?
What do you mean?
Like, VIN numbers, what did that mean before computers?
No, it's an actual number on the car that they.
I mean, I know that, but, like, how is that enforced?
I don't know, man. I just fucking. It's just a good idea. When you don't want your car anymore, it's a good idea to scratch it off.
Scratch it off and leave it for the spiders to reclaim.
You know. I want to know why the fuck. I know we talk about this all the time, but at this point now, there's a pink van on that street that's been there for 2 years. Why aren't they getting that one?
They repark it every couple days.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
That's a good strategy. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's smart.
Yeah. Because I've
They probably have the keys to it.
Yeah, they probably have the keys to it, and it's full of gas.
Yeah, fuck.
We got to get us one of those vans.
A pink topless maid van?
Yeah, we could live in that.
I would love to, dude. I'm following a guy right now who's living in a van who converted his van until he like put carpet down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm envious of it.
We should do that. We can podcast in there.
That would be
No, I
sick.
could be like, Bay, move in.
Yeah.
I got a new place.
Babe, live in this completely unpartitioned space with us 24/7. where we'll be podcasting 3 feet away from you once a week. Also, it doesn't matter because
just both of our bays are like sitting like like with their knees up. Like,
yeah, dude,
just like all right.
we're just fucking in there like an Indian tent, just like. Oh fuck.
We're like pausing the recording to like get out of the van to fart and then get back in.
I was talking to Bay today and I got really distracted because I was like, she was saying something to me and I was just like not listening to her at all. And I was like, I'm sorry, baby. Ghislaine Maxwell just got arrested.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I've been wanting to fucking talk about it, dude. It's, I didn't think that was going to happen.
I want to know why they did it. Because they got away with not doing it.
I have a couple well, okay, so I've got to go back and reread through it, but apparently there's a judge who's been pursuing this from the beginning, and they've been trying to oust him, and they haven't been able to oust him, so this is like a personal project for him.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because I was like, there's got to be like some level of government that wants the justice, but then like a higher level that doesn't.
That doesn't. I think it's specifically, there's specifically one judge who they've been trying to like get out.
How is he alive?
How is he alive, Brendan?
What a hero. Do we know his name?
I'd have to look on Twitter. I'm fuzzy on all this stuff because I only just found out about it because Whitney Webb did a long thread about it, and then somebody pointed out something that she got wrong, and it was about this judge. But I do think that a very good theory is if they don't kill her, they're probably going to coerce her into giving a false testimony that'll be used to exonerate everybody like big who's involved.
I could see that.
That to me. That's like, but but
did you see that Bill Barr was turned away? He tried to visit her in jail.
What?
Yeah, he tried to like.
Why are you fucking doing that?
Her lawyer turned him away, but he tried to personally go.
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
That might not be true, but a blue check mark said it.
A blue check mark said it. It's true, dude. I mean, it's really fucking weird. Like, and then apparently the people who are in charge of the case have like reached out to Prince Andrew. They're like, hey, we would love to question you. Please come to the U.S. I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. That's like oddly proactive if this is a cover-up.
Yeah.
But, dude, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have a lot of faith.
I want to do like it's Black Klansman, but I pretend to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the scene where Adam Driver is like shooting the gun and screaming the N-word. But it's just like me, I'm jacking my like soft dick and like
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, see, you think I'm not a pedophile now?
Yeah.
They're like, man, this guy's legit.
Yeah.
I'm like forcing myself to look at a child and jacking my completely soft dick. I'm like, see, I'm a pedophile. Like you guys.
Jesus Christ. That's what you want to do.
That's what I have to do to gain their trust.
Right. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to explain because she was like, she would like today. Bae was like, "Why are there pedophiles?" I was like, let's dive in. I explained my all politics and entertainment is a Mexican standoff of child porn theory. That's how they fucking keep their thumb on you, or keep you under their thumb, I should say. And I don't know. What's weird is the thing that's kind of disheartening about this is like Twitter popped off a little bit today, but I'm like, I think people are kind of done with this.
Yeah.
I think if they do kill her again, and like people don't care, which it looks like they might not, then our government is just going to fully be like, okay, we're just going to disappear people like China now because we can just do it.
Yeah.
Dude,
They can. I mean, I remember arguing with my mom. I'm like, he got murdered. She's like, you think the government would murder people? Yes.
They love doing it.
They love doing it so much.
They wish they could stop. They can't. There's too many pieces of play.
It's like when you have a box of chocolates. You're like, oh, just one more.
Yeah, no.
We'll just shoot Gary Webb twice in the head.
You bite into a mint where you're like, I got to kill somebody else to get the taste out of my mouth.
Ugh, coconut.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's fucking... whatever. I'm gonna see how it all plays out. It's been a very fucking interesting day on Twitter. I do like now like how now all like female open micers have caught up to being into like pedophile conspiracies, and they're like, yeah, it's such little sister shit. Where they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, us too. We've also noticed this,
No. Hating pedophiles is exclusively for white incels.
dude. Boys Club,
Yeah.
100%.
Fucking dudes rock.
Dudes rock.
Dudes rock 2020.
Dudes have been spearheading hating, but it's like,
Yeah. For some reason, the only positive belief consistently everyone on 4chan agrees with
Yeah.
is killing pedophiles.
you gotta get rid of the pedophiles.
Gotta get rid of them.
And because dude, all these people who are just like, what's the deal with these billionaires molesting and fucking, running sex trafficking rings? It's like, you guys were Hillary stans 4 years ago.
Yeah, they
she's
love-
the big hombre, dude. Like, she's. The cognitive dissonance of it all fucking
It's
blows my
crazy.
mind. But yeah, so I don't know. I think she's either gonna die or like she'll be a weird pawn to like exonerate other people. So I don't know. It's fucking frustrating.
Well, I mean, Whitney Webb tweeted that like in the court documents it says that she participated in the molesting, but she wasn't charged.
She wasn't charged for it.
She wasn't charged for it.
Dude, even that. Well, the first time they fucking caught Epstein, there were all these like he was allowed to go free again, and I think like part of like I
It
don't
was
know.
like he was allowed to go to work, but it's like his job is running a pedophile ring.
I was thinking about this today. Pedophile rings are like the highest level of like multi-level marketing schemes where it's just like, okay, where's the money coming from? How is this like you get everybody involved, you're really vague about it, and then they're stuck doing it, and they've got to
Yeah.
like recruit their friends.
Yeah. Then you have people just messaging people from their high school on Facebook like, "Hey, how are you doing?" "Good." "Great. That's great to hear. Anyway, I'm fucking kids now."
No, you don't say that. You don't find out that you're fucking kids until they get you on the island. You're like, oh fuck, this is
Yeah.
what it is.
I was
They're like,
wondering if you wanted to come to. I'm having a party. It's like, oh, okay, and then you get there. It's just an eyes wide shut party.
Yeah.
It's like, and do you want to buy some masks to have your own party?
yeah, but if you get 30 of your friends to fuck kids, you get a convertible. Like, that's... It's so fucking insane,
It's like,
dude.
hey, do you want to fuck kids? Sorry, Dave. I already fucked his kids. So it's like when more than one people has like a Girl Scout in the office. They're like, cookies? Oh, I already got.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Hey,
like-
want to buy some Girl Scouts?
And it's so difficult to explain why I'm so passionate about this.
No, it's not. It shouldn't be happening.
No, like Bae, she asked me, she was like, I really love that you like worry about children and like you want them to be safe, but why
I
is
see.
this thing so important to you? And I thought about it. I think she thought that like I had some sort of personal experience that I was like trying to get revenge for.
Oh,
So I was
true.
like, well, nothing like that. But it really upsets me. I feel like it's really overlooked. And then I like paused and trailed off, and I was like, and it really feels good to write off the industry that I'm not allowed to be part of.
You just full mask off.
She's like, okay.
Is that-
yeah. I'm like, yeah, and
It's
like,
like-
you know, just think of the kids.
It's like, Brendan, you said that one third, but it was definitely the most important.
Yeah, I just like I'm looking at like the complete wrong level of like I'm watching like a Comedy Central digital showcase. I'm like, these fucking pedophiles.
Yeah.
Fucking Joel Kim boosters. Fucking little girls.
Dude, I was fucking. I will say this though. Today, just because she got arrested, I mean, I can't help myself. You know this. I just Googled young Ghislaine Maxwell. She would have got me, dude.
Really?
She would have got me into that temple like fucking Hansel and Gretel.
Do you think that this was a Charlie Sheen situation?
No. I mean that like when she was like in her 20s, she was like hot. And if you know, because you know her and I think Donald Trump's first wife Ivanka used to like cruise the streets of New York, like going up to like nice private schools and like interviewing attractive fucking preteens and teens, like recruiting them, bro. if big bouncy mommy Ghislaine walked up to me, I'd be like, yeah, I'll get on a plane.
Oh, so this is like if you go to like the red light district, there's like a hot 22-year-old out front
Yes.
getting you in.
Yeah.
And then once you're in, they send you to some like 60-year-old like
Yeah, somebody cut your Achilles tendon.
say, "Hey, you want to have a good time?" You're like, "Yeah." And you go and it's just a kid and you're like, "Damn it,
Fuck.
again.
Oh yeah.
I want my money back."
But yeah, man, I like
You call over the waiter, send it back. This isn't even done.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's fucked up. I don't know. It's hard. I'm trying not to be exhausted by it.
Mm-hmm.
But
It really is hard. I mean,
there's so
I
much.
like when I saw this morning, I was like, "Oh, good. A single positive news story in the last 4 years."
Probably not even though.
Yeah, and then I thought about it. I'm like, "Oh no, this can't turn out well."
There's no way. It's not whatever is supposed to happen in a just world will not happen.
Yeah.
That you can guarantee that.
Also, I mean, the fact that she was in America means that some higher power let her know she's safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could because there were reports that she was like hiding out in France. They were like fucking
Yeah.
maybe she was.
France is where you go if you're a sex criminal.
They're real lax over in France. Where they're like, why didn't you tell us? That's just what we do over here.
Mm-hmm. France is like,
Oh my god, poor baby, come in here. We have a 9-year-old ready.
Yeah. This feels like a riff we may have done before.
Go on.
But France is like, you know when people are like, "Oh man, when I go to heaven, I'm gonna see Jerry Garcia and Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain all playing some rockin' tune." France, it's that, but with pedophiles.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man, here I am hanging out with Roman Polanski,
Louis
C.K., Woody Allen, Ghislaine Maxwell.
all just jamming.
The gang's all
They're all just jamming on the same 9-year-old.
It's a motherfucking party, brother.
We were waiting for you to get here, man. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Anything else?
I think that's probably it.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh that's right, it's time to fillet, no need to debate me. I suck until I go ooh wee and spray my white pee. I got that ski.